Get ready for some thrilling twists and turns in the world of college football recruiting. We're talking about the 2026 cycle, and it's already shaping up to be a wild ride. With early commitments and revenue-sharing agreements, the top prospects have been snapped up quickly, leaving just a handful of uncommitted stars. But here's where it gets controversial. Will the final 2 months before the early signing period bring more stability? Or will we see some last-minute flips and surprises? As of now, only 3 of ESPN's top 300 prospects remain uncommitted, including outside linebacker DQ Forkpa and offensive tackles Johnny Jones and Thomas Wilder. But with 59 days left until the early signing period, there's still time for campus visits, unexpected flips, and all the drama we've come to expect from the recruiting trail. Programs are going to start throwing money around at the last minute. An SEC personnel director predicts, "I think we're in for some crazy flips." Teams get excited or desperate this time of year, and they do things they might not normally do. So what can we expect from the top programs and their recruiting efforts? Well, it's a mixed bag. Some believe the final 8 weeks will be quiet, with programs exhausted from their early spending and turning their attention to the transfer portal and the 2027 recruits. Others, however, predict a late surge of activity, especially with top programs getting a better sense of the rules around revenue sharing and NIL payments. I think people are going to start throwing bags in October. A Big Ten general manager tells ESPN, "It's going to pick up. Everyone's been scheming, watching tape, and verifying stuff before they strike." Among the programs expected to be active in the flip market are Florida State, Miami, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, and Texas Tech. But flipping top prospects, especially 5-star recruits and quarterbacks, won't come cheap. Another potential source of late movement is the question of whether programs will honor the contract figures and details they propose to recruits, with some high school players already pulling in 5-figure monthly payments. The enforcement of rules around these deals is something industry sources are watching closely. In terms of premium positions, Power 4 programs are still chasing offensive tackles, defensive ends, and defensive tackles. Texas Tech's 5-star pledge Felix Ojo might face a late push from Texas, while Oregon's Emmanuel Iheanacho has kept the door open with visits to LSU and Penn State. 4-star UCLA pledge Micah Smith is also a potential flip candidate, especially after the Bruins coaching change. As for the top classes, USC and Georgia are leading the way with their talent-loaded rosters. USC has secured all but one of its 19 ESPN 300 pledges, while Georgia is well-positioned to land its 9th consecutive top 3 class under Coach Kirby Smart. Both programs will be focused on maintaining their top spots and intensifying their flip efforts this fall. Texas A&M, under Coach Mike Elko, is also in a strong position to land its highest-ranked class since 2022. With 9 ESPN 300 defenders and a strong running back contingent, the Aggies are looking to stock up on defensive line talent in the final stages of the 2026 class. Texas, after dominating the summer recruiting trail, has a strong argument for having the most top-end talent in its 2026 class. Can they continue to add over the next 2 months? The Longhorns are still interested in Oregon pledges Davon Benjamin and Jalen Lott, and they haven't ruled out flipping 5-star Texas Tech offensive tackle pledge Felix Ojo. Notre Dame, on pace to sign its highest number of top 300 prospects, has continued its recruiting ascent under Coach Marcus Freeman. Despite a slow start to the season, the Irish appear poised to hang on to their deep recruiting class. So, which teams could rise this fall? Florida State, with its on-field rebound, is in a strong recruiting position and still wants to add more before the early signing period. Miami, with its willingness to swing big, can't be discounted in its flip efforts with elite local players. Ohio State, the defending national champions, hold pledges from top-ranked recruits and will be active in the secondary market. For struggling programs, the fallout could be significant. Auburn, after 2 top 10 recruiting finishes, is now ranked 44th in the 2026 cycle and has fallen behind on flip targets. Clemson, despite its on-field struggles, looks likely to hang on to the bulk of its class. But the potential departure of 4-star safety Blake Stewart is a possibility. Florida, with the ongoing speculation over coach Billy Napier's status, could see an exodus of talent if a coaching change occurs. Oklahoma is considered a leading candidate to land Davian Gross if he leaves the Gators class. Finally, how will the transfer portal shifts impact high school recruiting? Sources tell ESPN that the single January portal window won't bring significant changes to the timing of the high school recruiting cycle. However, it could limit the number of mid-year enrollee spots, potentially forcing programs to onboard more high school additions in the spring. The updated transfer portal setup is likely to further diminish the importance of the traditional National Signing Day in February. With the winter window now the only period for portal additions, schools are expected to focus less on post-early signing period high school recruiting. So, there you have it, a thrilling look at the 2026 college football recruiting cycle, with all its twists, turns, and potential surprises. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning.